It's an absolutely beautiful day here in Bethune in France. Our first stop at the Dolce Vita Hotel on our journey away from the UK over to Austria. So, a quick introduction to the bikes. We've got the Tracer 700. We have the Triumph T120. And finally, an icon of a machine, the Tiger 800 from Triumph. Great bikes. Hey everybody, welcome to the Austrian Alps. There's another quad that's just gone past. Welcome to the Austrian Alps. We've taken a few days getting over to Austria, and I'm just a few kilometres east of Tamsweg and heading over to St. Peter's, which is about 30 kilometres away, which is where the accommodation for myself and Mark and Charlie is situated. I'm out by myself today, and this is the first day of being in the Alps, really, the Austrian Alps. I thought I'd just give you a quick rundown, and then we're going to take a quick ride, and I'm going to show you some of the beauty out here. So the T120 has been absolutely faultless. The cruise controllers work perfectly on the distance coming down here, and it's been absolutely wonderful. I have reached a maximum of 72 miles per gallon on this bike. That was coming from Calais over to Austria, where we took the back routes. Very little motorway over the last 3 days, and we've had some fantastic riding, but it's been very flat, so it's not worth videoing. There's not much scenery there. It's just been a great ride. The only concern I had with the T120 was the seat. And I can assure you, and I've got a bit of a sensitive bum, I can assure you that that seat is perfect for long distances. So it is very comfortable. Of course, you always get sore with long distances, but it is great. Everything else has been fine. I know she's been a bit scruffy, but let's go for a ride. Right, let's have a look. Drive on the right. Look at that for landscape. My goodness. There we go. So we're just a couple of kilometres east of Tamsberg in Austria. Tamsweg. T-A-M-S-W-E-R-G, I think. I'll put the name of the town up as a flash on the screen. Absolutely wonderful roads here. The speed limit is 100 kilometres an hour, generally speaking. But when you go into the villages, the speed limit, as from the name of the village, is 50 kilometres an hour, which is about 30 miles an hour. I'm just getting myself right. Things are not right here. There we go, I've got myself sorted. Obviously there's a lot of logging out here, which makes your tables and chairs at home. But the scenery is absolutely gorgeous. These are the low roads. We'll be going on the higher passes later in the video. So the properties out here are absolutely beautiful, absolutely massive, and relatively cheap. So I understand it's not the crazy prices that you get in the UK. Yeah, not the crazy prices over in the UK. But so why have I started recording straight in Austria? Well, there's a good reason. The land between Calais, over on the western side of France, and Austria
on the back streets that we were taking is very flat. There's not a lot of scenery, and subsequently the journey, the scenery that's available at the sides of the roads is very plain. It's very plain and it's not particularly entertaining. Let me get this mirror sorted out. What's wrong with this mirror? I must have knocked it. So that's why I didn't bother recording. But this is one of the, as I said, one of the low roads in Austria. And the condition of the roads is very good. The roads are not heavily used. So the riding is absolutely great. So there's the sign for the town, down to 50 kilometers an hour, which is about 30 miles an hour. You can see these large houses. There's no crazy prices, so I understand, out here when it comes to property. So if you're thinking of retiring, maybe you should come out here. I don't know. Just look at that. Lots of little churches, if you're into that kind of thing. So you see here on the left, this denotes the end of the town, which also states the national speed for a single carriageway, which is 100 kilometers an hour. That doesn't mean to say you have to do 100 kilometers an hour, of course. Here we go, through a small village. How'd you like to live at this house? It's directly over the road. Now I believe I have priority here, but I'll just hold back. There we are. How'd you like to live there? There we go. What's this? Little river? The people in Austria are reasonably friendly. As you walk past them, they don't say hello. It's not like France or whatever like that, where people openly say hello, hello, hello. The German-Austrian society is fairly quiet, is that what I would say? Or reserved. They don't look you in the eye as you're walking down the street and give you a nod. Nothing like that. But that's okay. They do have a great sense of humour when you get talking to them. Look at this for a road. Absolutely magnificent. Absolutely magnificent as usable the road. So you'll notice that there's no screen on the top of at the front of the T120. That's because I've removed it. Thanks ever so much, Scott. That was wonderful. It was a lifesaver all the way through Europe to get to Austria. It was a lifesaver, and it worked perfectly. When I got to the little caravan that we're stopping in, I instantly removed it. I made it in such a way that it was quick release, shall we say, with an Allen key, and it took me literally a few seconds to remove the screen. It'll only take me a few seconds to put it back on when we start heading west back to the United Kingdom. So that screen was wonderful. Thank you very much, Scott. You're a lifesaver on that one. Wonderful. I've been using the Lomo soft luggage to get here, and that's been very good too. It's a bit fiddly, but once you get used to how to mount it and strap it up, it's very quick. So if you're thinking about buying some Lomo soft pannier, I would say yes. It's really good value for money at what, £65–70, and they're large enough and they are waterproof. I found them very good, and I'm not sponsored by Lomo, I'm not paid by anyone, yeah? So this is all my thoughts. My thoughts are, would I buy another set? And yes, I would, but I don't need another set. I can easily slip the Lomo over the BSA Gold Star. Another great bike. I feel, you know, on the Gold Star, a lot of people say it's a bad bike, but I don't get that feeling from most of the people that are riding it. I know a couple of bikes have slipped through where things have not been right, but generally speaking, it's a great bike. But that's another subject. What do you reckon to this road? Lots of motorcyclists out. Here we go, give them a wave, put the hand out. Absolutely wonderful. Over here, everybody puts their left hand out to wave to other cyclists, other bikes. Over in the UK, I know we nod our heads to each other, but over here, you put your hand out and give them a little bit of a wave. There are mainly cruiser bikes here and adventure bikes. So the T120 is an old classic, especially in this colour scheme, does cause quite a bit of attention. Yeah? I'm guessing a lot of people are looking at this bike and wondering whether it's 50 years old or 5 days old. So yeah. What do you think to that for a view? Look at that. Absolutely wonderful. So, food is reasonably priced here. Certainly at the little restaurant where the camping site is. The beer is good and reasonably priced too, as is the wine. The shops on the campsite are typically expensive. So when you're buying milk or bread, it's relatively expensive. However, there are always supermarkets nearby wherever you are. And you can buy your foodstuffs from the supermarkets at normal prices. Remember, the people that live here have to live here as well. So food is at a normal price. Seebach, I suspect that's how you pronounce it. So we're coming up to the village. We come down to 50 kilometers an hour and we ride through. What do you think to the properties? Look at that for a house. I'd love a house like that. Absolutely beautiful. Inexpensive as well. There's a nice river going through your village. I suspect it gets very cold here in the winter. Very cold. Lots of snow. Look at that for a house. So here we come to the end of the village. 50 kilometers an hour. Now let's move up to 100 kilometers maximum. There we go. So if you see the name of a village, come down to 50 kilometers an hour or 30 miles an hour thereabouts. That's the general consensus through Europe, not just Austria. Yeah? If it says any lower than 50 kilometers an hour, then obviously you abide by that. But if it doesn't tell you the speed, it's usually 50 kilometers an hour. What do you think? So these are the low passes. We're going to be showing you stuff in the high passes with Mark and Charlie very shortly in the video. It is a long video, So just take your time while you're eating your breakfast. Go get a coffee. Here we are. Here's another town, another village. So we slow down to 30.
Wow, it's so cold that I'm having to put my winter gloves on this beautiful Austrian pass. The hills are alive with the sound of music. Just look at those beautiful cows there. Aren't they beautiful? Look at that. Joined here by Captain Mark and Flight Lieutenant Charlie. Here are the bikes. More bikes are coming up. Taking it nice and easy. Enjoying the ride. Let's get on the T120. The best bike in this group. It's gotta be. I'm only joking. There we are. They're the big bikes. They're the Austrian guys. There's another car coming. Let's just let this car pass. Here we go. Is Mark following? Sorry, is Charlie following? He is. Oh, look at this. So, on the T120, having come all the way through Europe to Austria. Oh, absolutely wonderful. Absolutely wonderful. Come and join the ride. Oh, come and join the ride. So yeah. So it's June 2024, and you can see the snow in the distance on this little pass. We're at 1,732 meters. And climbing. There we are. Can go skiing on that piece of snow. Wow. Oops, I dropped into neutral. Look at this. Wow. Wow. Do we have a temperature? Did you say 0.5? 8 degrees. 7.5 or 8 degrees, that's what we've got. And it's now foggy. Oh no! Yeah, this is a cloud. Look at this. You can see the bikers down there, hopefully. Trundling down in second gear on the T120, which has been absolutely wonderful. I'm really surprised at how reasonably comfortable the seat is. I was really doubting the seat, but you know, other than the usual nappy rash that you get.
Oh, look at these beautiful moo cows. Oh, beautiful. They've got big bells on them. Look at these. Absolutely beautiful. You don't get this in the UK. Riding in the clouds. Nothing finer. No, you don't get it in Suffolk or Yorkshire. Wow. Oh, there's more cows down there. Look at these beauties. Ah, they're going to be dinner soon. Someone's dinner. Had some beautiful pork steaks last night at the caravan. And Charlie cooked them. Charlie cooked them. And it was a beautiful meal. And apparently I'm going to be doing a sweet and sour chicken at some point while we're in the caravan and have got a stove to cook on. So I'll have to do that with egg fried rice. No problem. Yes, last night I was the washer-upper. And a fine bloody job, yes. Mark's always complaining. It's never good enough. It's not good enough. No, 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 no. There we go. So we're just saying on the Cardo intercoms that we've got different versions of Cardo. We're using Bluetooth rather than mesh, but they are working really well because we've got 3 of us on the same channel, all talking together. But it was difficult to get us to connected. Once they're connected, it's absolutely fine. But it was very difficult. Factory resets and everything. Yeah? Oh yeah. Yeah, we were sat in a cafe on the main street and everybody's looking at us sat there with helmets on trying to get the intercoms connected for about an hour. It took an hour. They were that was in Germany, wasn't it? Was it in Belgium? Oh, it was Belgium, yeah. 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 Took ages to get connected. How'd you like a house there? Absolutely beautiful. I'll take one of them. Come and live out here. You've got your own natural swimming pool. And skating rink. When it's winter. The Red Bull Ring. What, today or tomorrow? Let's keep away from that mud. and the rain starts coming down. So if you've got a motorbike, don't matter what motorbike you've got, you could always come out to Austria and have a bit of a ride. Come into Europe and have a bit of a ride. It's wonderful. Yes, off the motorway it's very cheap. And funnily enough, and I don't want to get political, but diesel is much cheaper than petrol across Europe. It's much cheaper. So if you've got a diesel motorbike, you've cracked it. Yes, the T120 is virtually a diesel bike. It's got the engine out of a concrete mixer. It's got that much torque. It could pull a caravan. It's got that much torque it could pull Samantha Fox. There you go. They won't know who Samantha Fox is. I know. Newmarket Nights? What's that about? You've got a story to tell us, Charlie. Ah, page 3 girls. Newmarket Nights. That's for tonight. Let's see what that discussion's about. But it's absolutely beautiful out here. Another grid. There we are, on the corner, as Mark just said. Not a great place to put a cattle grid, but for motorcyclists, but I guess it's okay. Absolutely beautiful. Absolutely great roads out here. Beautiful. We're still at 1260 meters. Nice river, you can go and wash your feet in there. "10 degrees now, 10 degrees up in the top here. I've got an urge to use the Bora accent. It's nice. It's nice. Is that someone's home? Yeah. Cattle grid. There'll be a sauna. A sauna. I've just changed to second. Just in second gear. At 32 revs a minute. It's just going boom, 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 boom. Absolutely beautiful. What temperature? Oh, your coolant, 79. Coolant temperature is 79 degrees. Not on the T120, but on the Tracer 7 that Charlie's riding, which I'll have a go on later, because he's desperate to see what this T120 is like. He wants to ride a washing machine. He wants to know what a real man's bike is like. Look at this for a little town. St. Nikolai. That's what it's called. How'd you like to live here? Yeah. This is the Stoll Pass. Right, so this is the Stoll Pass if you're interested. Near St. Peter. East of Tamsweg. The food out here is really nice. Especially when it's cooked by Charlie. Look at this. Look at that for a house. Jesus. I'm living in the wrong place. I really am living in the wrong place. I could buy a house out here. It must be relatively cheap, or buy a piece of land and just build a log cabin. And but I'd only be able to stay here 6 months out of the year. So in 2 separate 3-month instances. Here's a lady doing a morning walk. Look at that for a beautiful property. Look at that. There's another lady taking a child out for a walk. Yeah, pushing a pram. No, she didn't look very happy. This is what happens when you overfeed kids. Look at that balcony on the first floor. Look at that. Gorgeous properties. Yeah, all the barn for all the motorcycles. Oh my god, look at that. My god, the UK really is slave labour. Europe certainly knows how to live. Wonderful. Wonderful. How much did the caravan cost for 5 nights? Was it £240? £240 for 5 nights in a caravan. I'll take some video later. Ah, right. Yeah, it's a cabin. Give that young lady a wave. Yeah, it's a wooden cabin. It's lovely. I'll take some footage of it later. Yeah, 240 for the 5 days, but apparently it may well have been a similar price for 7 days. That was discounted because we're usual price is 25% more, apparently. We got a good deal. Yep. All these bends have been put in for motorcyclists, so come over here and enjoy it. Absolutely beautiful. Yeah, yeah. Fleeb. There we go. Look at this. Absolutely wonderful. Absolutely beautiful. So how do you fancy living in Austria, in the Austrian Alps? If you're a remote worker and work from home on computers, where you dial in and connect to your work network, you could live here, do your work from here, I guess. People are doing it. Digital nomad, that's it, digital nomad. Beautiful. Yeah. So they're talking about having the bum slapped by maypole dancers in red and white dresses. Yes, they're into bum slapping, these two guys. They like it. What's that? A lederhosen? What's a lederhosen? Leather trousers, nothing finer than leather trousers. Thigh slapping. Yes. It's the, yeah, the leather trousers have shrunk over the passage of time. When you get a bit older. Oh my goodness. Someone's going for a walk. Yeah, don't know where he's going, but he's off for a walk. Oh, the winters here would be long, wouldn't they? Yeah. Whoops. With a long cold winter with your Fraulein. Lovely. While she's singing Humpha to you. Humpha, Humpha. And pork schnitzels every evening. That's right. A shaved schnitzel. Trimmed to perfection. Ha ha. God, it's like riding on a checkerboard on this bit of the road. Oh,